In the top stories, St. Kitts and Nevis looks to establish an agricultural training school. National Assembly meets on Tuesday, and water tariffs to be discussed. The details on these stories and more after the break.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Are you into the agricultural industry? Do you want the funds to grow your business? Quartz Ready Cash Small Business Loans is launching the $20 million agricultural fund. All you need to apply is your ID, proof of address, and 2 references, and you will receive the funding to get the equipment, tools, products, staffing, and services to grow your business. Plus, you pay nothing down. Get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and convenient hassle-free service. Don't hesitate. Apply today at www.readyfinancecaribbean.com or call 662-9268 or 466-1640. Quartz Ready Cash Small Business Loans. Every day we help businesses succeed.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Barrage. In an effort to further strengthen the agriculture sector and ensure that farmers receive the training needed to improve their business skills and boost productivity, St. Kitts and Nevis is looking to establish an agricultural training school. This is according to Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Samuel Duggins, during the Prime Minister's press conference with Cabinet Ministers on Thursday.
I am in discussions for the development of an agricultural training school, and that will be on island with the support as well of the University of the West Indies, where they will be assisting with training our farmers, processors, and interested persons in agriculture in both crop management, post-harvest management, and the wide range of agricultural input.
Minister Duggins said that the school will be beneficial to St. Kitts and Nevis, especially as the Federation works towards reducing the region's large food import bill by 2025.
I believe that training school will go a long way. And I believe that once we put all efforts together, we can see our country maybe even exceeding that 25 by 25 agenda. Because easily we've seen 80+% and identify how we can curb that somewhat. And that does not include improving output from improving the input. So if we improve agricultural input by planting more food, our greenhouse project that we want to improve, that's additional to managing that 80% loss. And so I believe that the prospects for the 25 by 25 agenda is real. And we are working diligently again towards that.
According to www.caricom.org, the implementation of the CARICOM Agri-Food System Strategy in its member states is expected to help achieve the 25 by 25 target by giving special attention to priority crops and products such as poultry, corn, soya, meat, goat, sheep, beef, rice, and niche vegetables, which are highly imported products in the region. Parliamentarians will debate 3 bills on Tuesday at the next sitting of National Assembly at Government Headquarters. The session begins at 10 a.m. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew will move the second reading of Caribbean Community and Africa Export-Import Bank Agreement for the establishment of a partnership bill, which had its first reading on the 8th of February, and amendments to the banking bill and the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank bill. The National Assembly will be broadcast live on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM and participating radio stations. It can also be viewed live on TV Channel 5 in St. Kitts, and Channel 98 in Nevis. It will also be streamed live at www.zizonline.com. Copies of bills can be found on the website sknis.kn of the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service under bills when they have been made available. Minister with responsibility for the St. Kitts Water Services Department, Honorable Conrad Maynard, said that he welcomes discussions on water tariffs and that water tariffs would be adjusted to be more financially feasible for the department following recommendations from the newly appointed Water Board. He was at the time responding to a question from the media during the Prime Minister's press conference on March 30th.
The Water Board is the one responsible for assessing the tariffs, and that, as you know, I indicated in the beginning of the year that the Water Board had been instituted. They are having meetings right now to finalize the structure of the Water Board and their terms of reference on how they will operate, and as that becomes final, you will be briefed accordingly, but that will be the central point to which we will have the discussion on water tariffs.
He added that his department will continue to emphasize the importance of conserving water and stated that it will be reflected in the tariff adjustment by supporting homes with low water usage. Last week, a family won a competition where they were awarded a 450-gallon water tank for having low water usage and a zero balance on their bill for the last 12 months. Minister of Environment, Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, has commended the workers of the Parks and Beaches Unit for their efforts in keeping the environment clean. In a post to her official Facebook page, Dr. Clark specifically referred to the unit's work on Friday, 31st March, where the workers disposed of several garbage bags filled with plastic bottles that were scattered across the rock barrier along the Newtown waterfront. She also reminded the general public to do its part as well. Quote, just a reminder that our environment not only consists of the land, but the ocean as well. Consider this: when fishes ingest or eat the plastic, we in turn eat the very fish. It's all a cycle, an unnecessary and unhealthy cycle, end quote. Over the past few months, the Ministry of Environment has been spearheading several initiatives to positively impact the environment, including a Christmas community cleanup campaign and a solid waste management and recycling project held in conjunction with the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan. After the break, St. Kitts and Nevis represented at Seatrade Global, and Ministry of Education continues to professionalize teachers. Stay with us.
Horses and Company Limited, providing a greener future for the exceptional people that we value.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your National Bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Hey hon, what's up?
Hey girl, I just called you to tell you about this great deal that I'm about to get with an insurance company on my new car.
Really?
Yes, really, just $200 monthly for the next 12 months.
That sounds too good to be true. Does it include windshield coverage?
No, that's an additional cost.
Does it include personal accident and medical expense coverage?
Wait, no, it does not.
What about act of God and riot and strife coverage?
No, you know.
Please tell me it at least includes some kind of no claims protection.
It does not.
Well, friend, the math is not mathing at all. With TDC Insurance, you got one rate and all that I mentioned included.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going on the website right now to get a quote.
You definitely need to switch to TDC Insurance where the math is mathing.
At TDC Insurance Company, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
Welcome back. The St. Kitts Tourism Authority says the Federation maintained a strong presence at this year's Sea Trade Global, popularly known as the cruise industry's leading annual business-to-business event. Minister of Tourism Honorable Masha Henderson led a delegation consisting of officers of the St. Kitts and Nevis Tourism Authorities, SCASPA, UDC, and public and private cruise stakeholders, with a mission of boosting the destination's competitiveness as a cruise destination. Seatrade offers local businesses opportunities to engage directly with cruise line executives and promote their product offerings. The team engaged in dialogues to promote the destination's upcoming Summer of Fun events and gained feedback on the destination's performance as a cruise destination. As the cruise sector rebounds, the team continues to seek opportunities to enhance the on-island experience, thus increasing passenger spend to stimulate economic activity. This year's event featured more than 80 cruise line brands, over 10,000 industry attendees from over 85 countries, and 45 hours of networking opportunities, providing the destination an opportunity to boost its global presence to remain competitive. A two-week series of consultations aimed at professionalizing the teaching force in St. Kitts and Nevis began on Monday, 20th March. The St. Kitts and Nevis National Commission for UNESCO and Ministry of Education officials welcomed Dr. Steve Wakiocha, Executive Director of the Africa Federation of Teaching Regulatory Authorities, to the Federation to facilitate the series of consultations. The project was launched with a courtesy call on Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. Carla Mills Diamond, chairperson of the steering committees, gave the objective of the consultation for teachers.
So last week we would have had consultations, and those consultations would have been geared towards the whole idea of transitioning from an in-service model of teacher education to a pre-service model of teacher education. Now, if we are to professionalize, then we must come to a common benchmark, a common standard of what it means to be a teacher. And so in order to ensure that the whole process is culturally relevant and that the outcome reflects our national realities, we have been touching base with a number of our stakeholders.
Dr. Wakiocha spoke of the importance of being standardized.
Jim, this new era, which we call a shift from in-service to pre-service teacher education. That means teachers will no longer be admitted into the profession. They will no longer be employed until they meet the qualification to be teachers. And the teacher status and morale is expected to go high. But more importantly, quality of teaching and learning will also improve because education is directly linked to improvement. And again, teachers from this federation will become internationalized because all over the world today, they are setting up their national teaching councils, regulatory bodies, and setting up standards of practice which would dictate what a teacher must know, how a teacher must practice, and the good conducts that will portray the teaching profession.
Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, welcomed Dr. Wakiocha and stated that he was pleased that the ministry is implementing the project to enhance the teaching profession. The Ministry of Education and the National Commission for UNESCO say they are grateful that this project is on its way to being implemented. Minister of International Trade, Industry, Commerce and Consumer Affairs, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, has publicly commended the workers employed in the manufacturing sector for their continued sterling contribution to St. Kitts and Nevis's economy. He made the comments during the most recent Prime Minister's press conference on Thursday, where he touched briefly on efforts to increase the minimum wage.
I want to use this opportunity to again commend the workers, many of whom are ladies, close to 400 if not more, ladies still employed in the manufacturing sector. We want to emphasize that their work is dignified work. We want them to know that their role is critically important in the overall economic development of our country, and that the government will stand beside them and stand with the commitments that we've made, that there needs to be an improvement in the minimum wage that they earn on a daily basis. This is a matter that is on the front burner of this administration.
Dr. Douglas said that although the manufacturing sector continues to be a challenge, the government will continue to show support and be interested in the workers' welfare, progress and development. Last week, Senior Minister Douglas and his team from the Consumer Affairs Department commenced an official working visit to manufacturing plants in St. Kitts. The team's presence gave added support to the significant role the factory workers play in national development and the empowerment of citizens. It provided Senior Minister Dr. Douglas and his team the opportunity to interact with management and workers. Preparations for the 66th staging of the Basil Henderson Easter Monday Aquatic Sports Meet are well underway. That's according to the event's coordinator Winston Zach Nisbet during an interview with ZIZ News on Monday. He noted that they were able to secure new sponsorship for this year's event.
Due to the COVID, we had a lapse in it, but now we are ready like Freddy. We are on top of things. The sponsors are coming forward. We have new sponsors as well this year, and everything seemed to be bubbling.
Mr. Nisbet added that while persons will see the return of events such as the ham pole and iron pole, there will be new events.
We have some new initiatives, things like the relay race, swim races, and that was initiated by Mr. Mick Stokes on a program the other night. He suggested, why you don't put in that, and I felt it was a very good idea, so we have incorporated that, and also some acrobatics. Those little boys jump off the pier and backflip and that sort of thing into the water.
He noted that the major focus will be on the boxing exhibition, which will take place in the afternoon. Other entertainment includes the performances of cultural groups such as the Mummies and pole ribbon plaiting. The 66th annual Basil Henderson Easter Monday Aquatic Sports Meet will take place on Monday, 10th April at the St. Kitts Ferry Terminal starting at 9 a.m. Coming up in regional